I got involved in Help Me Grow initially back in 2004 and 2005 when the Children and Families Commission of Orange County decided that they wanted to look for quality programs around the United States to implement in Orange County. What makes Help Me Grow unique is connecting children and families to existing developmental services. That idea sounds simple, but often there are children who need help but aren't connected to services. There are services that are available but aren't utilized.
We're the go-to place for families who need help navigating the developmental services system. We serve all children in Orange County, birth to age 6, and they can call our toll-free line or enter information through our online portal in order for us to help them understand how to access services for their children.
In order to do that, one needs to establish relationships or build a quality resource inventory of programs that you know are available in the community.
And our care coordinators at 211 will connect those families to resources and services in Orange County.
We really see Help Me Grow as the hub of developmental services in Orange County, and then from there they can refer to any program, so there's really no gaps for the parents.
An advantage for parents to have a resource like Help Me Grow is that they don't have to try to navigate the behavioral health or mental health system on their own. It's extremely difficult and extremely confusing because it's not like their normal specialist referrals.
The services that we connect families to are anywhere from low cost to no cost services, as well as fee-based services and insurance-based services.
Every call is addressed individually for each family. Those resources will be identified that will best meet the family's needs for their child.
One of our special niches is that we do care coordination for all the families that call our toll-free line so that we ensure that they are connected to a resource. We do follow-up care coordination, give further referrals, and provide them the support in order for them to access the services they need.
And I think it's very cost effective. You're not setting up new programs, you're not trying to compete with other places, you're simply saying, we have services, we have children in need, let's bring them together.
And the fact that I can provide continual care coordination, which means I'm able to follow up with the family to make sure that that resource that I connected them with worked for them, that makes all the difference.
You don't always have a working knowledge of where to go or the time that it takes to find them, and we can do all of that for the families.
Our goal is not to just hand out a list of resources, but actually make sure the family received a service. Did they connect? Did that connection work? Are they now doing something? Are they better off than they were? Because if they're not, we can go ahead and say, okay, that didn't work out. Maybe we can give you further referrals or improve upon what we suggested the first time.
One of the Help Me Grow program components is physician outreach, and we have been successfully implementing that strategy.
As a pediatrician, you can't know everything all the resources that are out there in the community.
I think that Help Me Grow being very much out there in the community and making a name for themselves has come to gain the respect from many of the pediatricians as well as other medical professionals in the community, and with that they're able to help identify children who may be lost in the system.
I can't keep track of if this program is still offering that or if they are closed, so that's the kind of situation where I can just give them that Help Me Grow number and then they'll be able to make that connection on their own.
They might be providing therapy, they might be a pediatrician. They don't need to stay up to date on the resources. That's our charge that we do in tandem with 211 Orange County and that resource inventory.
The work that Help Me Grow has done to try to promote standardized developmental screenings in the community has been really important in helping pediatricians to realize that we're missing things.
Our hope is that in the future, all pediatricians in Orange County are implementing developmental screening into their practice, and utilize Help Me Grow to connect to services for those children identified at risk.
All the pediatricians in our office use Help Me Grow, and Help Me Grow has really done a good job of helping us get those developmental tools in pediatricians' offices.
The other piece that's really important is our community liaison outreach, where they do meet with service providers, not only to tell them about Help Me Grow and accessing services through Help Me Grow, but also to learn about what services they provide. So when families call our toll-free line, we know where to connect them.
You can trust that when we've sent a family to your door, we've already kind of gone through and made sure that they're an appropriate fit, and everybody benefits from that.
As cases come up with different scenarios, we might be contacting them for additional resources, because like many agencies in California, we have a lot of great services here, but they all operate in different silos or different eligibility criteria. So it's helpful to have Help Me Grow as an advocate for those families, because it can be pretty confusing even for sophisticated families.
The Connection Cafe is a networking breakfast that we hold twice a year in 3 regions, and we invite our community providers to come together. It was a great way for us to have all of these providers' attention and share with them all the new things that are going on, and reminds them what Help Me Grow is here to do.
And it was surprising to find out that someone 2 miles away from someone else didn't even know that another program existed. So all of a sudden, you were creating a venue for people to get to know each other, begin to trust each other, know what quality of work they did, and that networking allowed us to build a better, richer, deeper, and more accurate database, and it allowed people who came to those breakfasts to toot their own horn, to say, gee, we're here, we're excited about what we're doing, we need your help to get people to us.
Our charge in the county is to know the services that are available.
We're building relationships daily.
In fiscal year 2013, over 2,000 families of children birth to 6 reached out to Help Me Grow for help accessing developmental services in Orange County. And of those 2,000 families, over 77% of them were either connected to a service or pending a service to address the need they reached out to us for.
One of the other things I'm proud of is that we've been able to set up something called the STAR system, a database and infrastructure that we set up for Help Me Grow that is able to record many aspects of the encounter with families, and that's something that the System for Tracking Access to Referrals, STAR, is able to do.
Each month we get anywhere from 250 to 300 entries into that client tracking system, and it allows us to provide the care coordination necessary to ensure those families are connected to a service.
At 18 months old, I noticed that my son had limited eye contact, and he was losing his speech. He used to fall a lot, and it was really hard as a mother.
I was only 15 years old when I had my oldest son, and you know, I didn't know anything about being a parent. I was just a child taking care of a child.
I had nobody to ask questions to. It was hard.
So we started looking for resources, and we ended up with Help Me Grow.
I, learned about Help Me Grow, and that's when it's true, it helped me grow as a parent.
They made sure that I was referred to the right places and that I was asking the right questions.
When I had that personal help, I could have somebody that I could talk to, and she was always asking me questions. How can I help you? Giving me different tips.
And seeing Help Me Grow walking with us until today, it has been a great support.
The oldest one now, she has more confidence of herself. She now has her little friends. She talks more, which now they can't stop her talking.
What I really like that they didn't really focus just on the child, they focus on the whole family.
Early intervention, thanks to Help Me Grow, has been a blessing for our family. We have noticed the growth that our son had. He can do a lot of things that he couldn't before. He's playing, he's socializing, something that we didn't see before.
I believe Help Me Grow is really a leader in the community, and they're doing a great job and making some great strides in their mission and how they're trying to expand in Orange County. And because of their leadership, they're really acting as a template for what other communities can do to either start a Help Me Grow or expand their services with Help Me Grow.
One of my hopes is that this would spread throughout California, that National Help Me Grow would grow from 25 to all 50 states.
And the care coordination that we provide to the families, I think, is priceless when you're talking about the growth and the development of a child.
If Help Me Grow wasn't around, I think my son wouldn't be doing the way he's now.
Thanks to that help that we receive from Help Me Grow, now I can pass it on. Where when I'm with a group of parents, I can tell them about my experience and tell them that it is hope for them. You need a community to raise a child, and with Help Me Grow, that's what we got, a whole community.
Help Me Grow has been doing a wonderful job keeping families together. It has made us a better family overall. It has made us better parents.
It does work, and it makes sense for not only the provider community, but for the community as a whole.